Good morning, dear students. Today we shall begin with chapter number 5, Food Safety. In this chapter, we are going to study food spoilage, food wastage, food storage and preservation, and adulteration. So, now let us move on to page number 34 of the chapter. Let's recall, complete the following chart with the proper information. Serial number is given, food or source, nutrients obtained, function in the body. So here jawar, wheat, millets means bajra, rice, and nutrients obtained are carbohydrates from them and they give us energy. Function in the body is energy. Next, beans and pulses. Proteins are the nutrients obtained and they help our body for growth development. The function is growth development. Third is oil, ghee, etc. Nutrients obtained are fats and they give us energy. Fourth, fruits and vegetables. Nutrients obtained are vitamins and minerals or vital amines and they help to increase the immunity power. So we should eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and a balanced diet. Now, all the constituents of food, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, fiber and water are necessary for the proper growth of the body. We get these nutrients from the food materials like wheat, jawar, pulses, rice, vegetables, fruits, etc. However, what will happen if these food materials are infested? Infested means infected by insects or spoiled in any way. So we will be studying about it in this chapter. Now, what do you mean by food spoilage? Let us see to that. Now look at the picture here. The first picture, you can observe a rodent, that is a rat or a mice eating the food grains. Next picture, the person is serving some food there. And the third picture, you can see the vegetable vendor and the vegetables are fallen down anyhow. Fourth picture, you can see the grains fallen and some insects and mites are there. So these are the events occurring in our surroundings. Now let us see what are the various factors which are responsible for food spoilage. Sometimes fruits or their skins turn black. You must have observed it. Some foodstuffs give out a foul. Foul means bad or bad odor, foul smell or bad odor. Now, such foodstuffs are not suitable for us to eat. Sometimes naturally available food materials are spoiled by wrong handling, as when they are overcooked or improperly stored, not properly stored, say in a damp place. In such cases, the quality of the food material deteriorates. Deteriorates means goes down or gets spoiled. They may be spoiled during transportation. Can you give some more examples of food spoilage? So we will see it later. Okay. Now in the same slide, you can see some picture here of the different foods which are spoiled here. Now, the food, if food items are kept for a long period of time and not properly stored, they get spoiled. Such food items are bad for health. When food items kept for a long time get spoiled as germs start growing on it. Once the food is spoiled, it cannot be eaten and has to be thrown away. Spoilage is a process in which the food items deteriorate to a point in which they are not edible to human beings. Now, let us go to the next page, page number 35. Now, the foodstuffs we consume, whether animal or plant or any other food source, must be of best quality. Otherwise, we may fall prey to disease or illness. Food is said to be spoiled if there is a change in its color, odor means smell, texture, quality, taste, and there is a loss of its nutrient contents. So you can mark this definition Okay, food is said to be spoiled if there is a change in its color, odor, texture, quality, taste, and there is a loss of its nutrient contents. Now, here, let's see here the reasons for food spoilage. So, food spoilage and deterioration is no accident. It is naturally occurring process. To understand how to maintain the quality of the food and prevent spoilage, we need to know what can cause it. So the factors which cause food spoilage include microorganisms, enzymes, air, light, insects, rodents means rat and mice, parasites are some worms and insects and germs and other creatures, physical damage, temperature and time. Now let us look at the page. Now observe and discuss. On a day out with our friends or family, we enjoy mouth-watering dishes like pani puri, shev puri, pav bhaji, vada pav, pizzas, burgers, etc. But have you ever given a thought as to how or where they were made? Were they displayed and served hygienically? What was the source of the water used for preparing them? Discuss all these matters with your science teacher. So we'll discuss them when the school begins. But now I would like to inform you and talk to you. Nowadays, due to COVID-19, we all are at home. So you are getting nice, fresh, healthy, home cooked food by your mother. And hence our health has improved. No infections. Patients going to the doctors have also reduced. So you should always be observant and eat healthy food at home. Yes, children. Okay, so it's good to eat healthy, nutritious food cooked at home by your mother. Now, let us observe which fruits in the pictures appear to be good to eat and why. So you can understand which foods are good to eat and you know the reasons. Now, various kinds of changes occur in food materials. For example, fruits turn black or change taste, meat becomes sour, or peanuts become rancid. Rancid means stale, or they smell and the taste is unpleasant. Okay, all these changes occur due to factors within the food material. Often, food grains, etc., produced in the farms are damaged due to various reasons like improper handling, they don't handle properly, improper storage, improper transportation, etc. Some foodstuffs like meat and milk are either acidic or alkaline. They may get spoiled due to chemical reactions or in contact with the metals. Sometimes the foodstuffs may be spoiled due to contamination by microorganisms or insects from the surrounding air, water, or soil. We have seen these reasons. So, can you give some more examples of factors that cause food spoilage? So, we have seen the factors just now only. Now, let us see what is given here now based on food wastage. Now, how and where is food wastage? With the help of science and technology, India has shown a great progress in the production of various foodstuffs like cereals, fruits, vegetables, fish, as well as milk and milk products. Even so, many people in our country and all over the world face the problem of hunger. Many do not even get a meal, one meal a day. Hence, it is our duty to prevent wastage of food wherever it takes place. Yes. Now, let us go further to quantitative wastage of food. Now, wrong methods of farming like hand sowing of seeds, inadequate threshing. Threshing means beating of the crops to remove the grains. If it is inadequate, not proper, improper storage, not stored properly in good containers, and wrong methods of distribution are some of the reasons for quantitative wastage of food. Okay. Besides, much food is wasted as a result of custom of offering and serving too much food to the guests at the traditional feasts or banquets. Had it not been wasted, all this food would have met the necessary need of many others. Now let us go to the next slide. In this slide you can see which are the factors responsible for food spoilage. So microorganisms. In the microorganisms we can see four types here. Molds are there, okay, bacteria are there, fungi are there, yeast is there. Then due to insects, rodents, parasites and other creatures, the grains are spoiled. Then here, due to physical factors, like here you can see the garlic which has got spoiled. Then physical means if you throw the fruits and vegetables and all, they get damaged, so it gets spoiled. Then temperature. Then the temperature here, you can see the lemon is spoiled because maybe the temperature was not proper. Then here again you can see the grains here, okay. Now the air, due to air or moisture, you can say the bread has become stale and you can see the molds growing there, okay. Then here you can see the various fruits are spoiled due to moisture also. Then time, here in the last one you can see the time factor here. These grains here these grains are spoiled, not grains, sorry, the fruits are spoiled due to the moisture content and the time lag. Due to the time lag it has got spoiled. Okay, now let us go to the next slide. Now so here we have seen quantitative food wastage. Now let us see qualitative food wastage. What are the various ways in which qualitative food is wastage? Food is wastage. Using wrong methods of protecting the food. For example, excessive use of preservatives. Many preservatives are used for canning and all. Then overcooking. If the food is not cooked properly, then the food is waste. Then washing the vegetables after cutting them. One thing should be observed, that first you wash the vegetables and then you cut them. This should be a routine practice in your house also. Then mishandling of the fruits like grapes and mangoes. The miscalculation of the time required to transport the food from the producers to the consumers. For example, if they are transported late due to some, maybe due to lockdown or some other factors or rains or some environmental reasons, if the food does not reach the consumers, we are the consumers, if it doesn't reach properly, then it gets spoiled. These are some of the reasons for qualitative food wastage. Now, what can you do to prevent food wastage and spoilage? Yes, we ourselves. Let's see what can we do. First, serve yourself only as much as you can. Yes, so in your plate, you have to take only the sufficient amount of food you required. We should not be greedy. Otherwise, food is wasted. Now, second, avoid overcooking of the food. If it is overcooked, then it becomes spoiled easily. Third, avoid throwing away leftover food. Reuse it in a proper way. This leftover food can be given to poor people, or it can be used as a fertilizer, or it can be used in some other way, recycled. Then, next, fourth, buy only as much grain or vegetables, fruits, milk, etc. as you need. Avoid the temptation to make excessive purchases. Now what has happened due to lockdown? People are storing lots of food material. Okay, you should store, but in a limited amount. If you keep on storing, it gets spoiled. This temptation should be avoided. Next, fifth point, store grains and other perishable items. Perishable means one which are damaged easily, like the food stuffs, like the vegetables, fruits, milk, etc., using proper methods. Next, 6. Check the expiry date of the bottled, canned, packed foods and use within that time period. So we have to be very observant and keep a check on the date. Now, 7th, eat all the food that you have served yourself. Yeah, so you should come clean your plate. Means when you're eating, you should eat it properly. Next, let us observe and discuss what can we do to avoid the use of rice grains as akshata and to prevent the wastage of food during the wedding feasts. So akshata are the rice grains used by the Hindus or Maharashtrians, we can say, for showering the blessings on the newly married couple. or the bride and the bridegroom. So we should not use akshata or the rice grains, or if we use, only very few people should use in a limited quantity, because otherwise it is just wasted. And even during the wedding feasts or any other festivals or parties, we have to take a limited amount of servings, and if it is left over, the food should be distributed to the poor people. Now, 16th October is celebrated as World Food Day to work towards food security and to avoid food wastage. Now, you must have observed during COVID, many people were not getting a single meal also. So, in India, many of us were helping the people, serving meals to the poor people. Abroad, also, you must have seen on the BBC News and all, how in America and all, how they were serving the food to the needy people. So, we don't have to waste our food. Now, let us go to the food storage and preservation. We have learned about the various methods of safe storage of food like freezing, drying, boiling, airtight packing, etc. These different methods prevent the growth of microorganisms in the food and thereby save the food from spoiling. Food protection and food preservation. These are the definitions of both the concepts: food preservation, food protection, prevention of food spoilage by microbial growth and infestation by pests is called food protection. Microbes means the small germs. So you have to learn this definition. Next, food preservation, use of various preservatives to prevent for a long period of time food spoilage due to internal factors is called food preservation. So this definition also you have learned. Now, national institutions, which are they? Food and Drug Administration. This is a government organization that controls production and distribution of food and drugs by their standardization. Food Safety and Standardization Authority of India, that is FSSAI, has been established as per the Food Safety and Standardization Act 2006. So here the web address is given. You can just go through it also. Now let us go to the next slide. Okay. So here you can see here qualitative food wastage is shown here. A person is throwing lots of amount of food here. Sorry, quantitative food amount. So quantity is more, excess it is, and so the person is discarding or disposing it off. Next, you can see maybe due to environmental factors. The second picture you can see there, lots of fruits and vegetables are being thrown. Then in the last picture, you can see the person has taken too much of food in his plate or her plate and cannot take in more, digest more or eat more, and hence is throwing off. This should be avoided by all of us. Now, qualitative food wastage. So you can see here the fruits are being spoiled due to many reasons, and second picture also you can see the quality is not good and therefore they are getting spoiled. Now let us go to the next slide. Now here we will see in the next slide here the food safety and here preservation of food. The four steps of food safety are: first you have to clean your hands, which we are doing nowadays vigorously and following all of us, so that's a very good habit. Next is separate the food products, whatever the things are there, items to separate them, then cook them properly and chill. Chilling is in the freezer or fridge. You have to store them properly. Then food can be preserved by canning and storing them in the proper packets or food containers. Okay, now let us go to the different second type of method of food storage and preservation. Now what is food storage? So let us see here the four types of food storage here. Now freezing. First one is freezing. Biological and chemical reactions in the food materials are slowed down at low temperature. As a result, food remains in a good condition for a longer duration That is why refrigerators are used in kitchen. So you can see freezing is one of the methods. Second is smoking. Food is preserved with the help of smoke, that is aluminum phosphide is used in this method here. Next, third one is use of insecticide. Malathion is sprayed on the gunny bags. Gunny bags means sacks containing food grains. And the next one is irradiation. Irradiation means in this method food is exposed to ionizing radiation. Ionization means we are convert the atoms or molecules or substances into ions, and such high energy electrons are emitted by the accelerators, X-rays, gamma rays emitted by the radioactive objects or isotopes, etc. This process destroys the microbes, insects, etc. And the shelf life of the fruits increases, means how much you can store it for a long time on a shelf due to increase in the ripening period. This shelf life of potatoes and onions increases due to slowed down sprouting. Now you can see here, you can see this here. I've shown here 4 pictures of freezing, smoking, insecticides and radiation, irradiation. Okay, here see the gamma rays are passed through the fruits and the bacteria are dying. Now let us go to the second method or the other methods of food preservation. So here we have next one as in use of insert gases. Here nitrogen gas is filled in airtight packets of potato wafers and other food products, thus preventing the growth of fungus and insects. Now you must have seen the wafer packets and how they are bloated up, tight. Because why? Because gas is released into it. Next is preservatives, use of preservatives. So natural preservatives, some naturally available materials like salt, sugar, oil are used as preservatives in the pickles, jams, murabba, peta, etc. You must have observed this when your mummy or granny or somebody in the house, they prepare pickles and all, they use a lot of salt and oil there. And even when you make jams, sugar is used. These are all natural preservatives. Next, chemical preservatives. Acetic acid, that is vinegar, citric acid, sodium benzoate, and some nitrate and nitrite salts are some of the examples of chemical preservatives. They are used in sauces, jellies, jams, and in packaged ready to cook vegetables and ready to eat foods. These preservatives keep the food safe for a very long time. Next is pasteurization. Now what is pasteurization? In this method, it involves heating the milk or other similar foodstuffs up to a certain temperature. Example, milk at 80 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes and cooling it quickly down. This destroys the microbes present in the milk and keeps it for a longer duration. So now in the pictures you can see here, first picture you can see the gases inserted there. Okay. Next is natural preservatives. You can see the pickles and the jams and the murabbas are there. Then in the third one, second picture of chemicals, there also it is all chemical preservatives are used for storing the food. And in the last picture you can see pasteurization. In pasteurization, the fresh milk is taken, it is sent into the heating section, and then it is heated up to 80 degrees and then suddenly cooled in the cooling section, and this milk is pasteurized milk, which comes to us, the consumers. Now, do you know, in Maharashtra, irradiation plants have been installed at Lasalgaon for onions and potatoes and at Navi Mumbai for spices and condiments. Now, great scientists. The microbiologist Louis Pasteur developed the technique of preserving the quality of the food by raising its temperature to prevent the microbial growth of the food, and therefore the method of food preservation is called as pasteurization for milk. Now let us go to the next page, the concept of adulteration. Now what do you mean by adulteration? So we'll be studying it. Now in adulteration, let's complete this table first. First, milk. What is the adulterant added? Water. Second, red chili powder, brick powder is added to it. Third, seeds of papaya, black pepper is added to it. Fourth, ice cream, washing powder and paper pulp is added. Now here, the health of all the people, young, old, poor or rich, is endangered by the food adulteration. Different types of adulterants affect our health in different ways. Some adulterants cause abdominal discomfort. Abdominal means pain in the stomach, abdomen part, or food poisoning, we can say. While some may affect functioning of some of the organs if consumed means taken over for a long period of time, or even cause cancer. Now, here, food is adulterated in this way too. Removal of some important components of food. Component means constituent, some important things. For example, removal of fat content of milk, essence of cloves and cardamoms. Second, mixing of low quality inedible means which we cannot eat or cheaper material or a harmful color with the food. Okay. Mixing of some harmful materials like small stones, fine sand, iron filings, urea, dung of horse, sawdust. People are doing this for their own profit. They want to increase the weight of the material, or they want more profit. So that's why they are doing adulteration. So adulteration means mixing the main food item with something else so that it gets spoiled and these people are in profit. But it is at what cost? It is at the cost of spoiling our health. Now think a little. Each one of us should think about what we eat every day and about the nutritive value and the quality of the food we eat. Now, let us see here in this picture. You can see here how milk is adulterated. In milk, what is added? Unhygienic water, so water from anywhere. Chalk powder is added. Soap powder is added. Starch also can be added. Hydrogen peroxide and urea. See, so many things can be added so that the quality of the milk goes down. What are the harmful effects of this then? Food poisoning can occur. Heart problems can occur. Cancer may occur. Vomiting or nausea. So we should be very careful with the milk what we consume. Now here you can see turmeric is being adulterated. So color, methanol yellow color is being added to it, or some color, something is added to it so that it gets spoiled or adulterated. Now coffee powder. In coffee powder, what are the adulterants? Tamarind seeds or chicory powder. And what are the harmful effects? Diarrhea, that is loose motions, you can say. Stomach disorders can be anything, loose motions, gases, etc. Then giddiness means you feel giddy, that is you may fall down. Then joint pain also occurs due to it. Then next, your ghee is also adulterated. You can see in this picture, this is the pure ghee which goes down in the water, and this is adulterated ghee. Okay. Now let us go to the table which is shown here. How will you find out if the food is being adulterated? Now the food material, for example milk, water, adulterant is water here. If you put a drop of milk on a glass slide and slightly incline means tilt it to spread the drop. What conclusion can you draw? What can you observe? If the spread mark of the milk does not appear milky white, water must have been added to it. Then red chili powder, brick dust is added to it. Take a spoonful of chili powder in a beaker, add water up to half of the beaker. Stir it, means move it. Stir it and leave it undisturbed for a few minutes. So what can you conclude from this? If a red layer is seen settled at the bottom of the beaker, it must have been adulterated with brick dust. Dust is heavy, so it settles down. Next, turmeric powder, methanol yellow. This is a color which is added. So take a pinch of turmeric powder in a test tube, add a small quantity of water to it, shake the mixture, and a few drops of HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, concentrated hydrochloric is added to it. What happens? The mixture becomes red on addition of concentrated hydrochloric acid, and the red color does not disappear if methanol yellow is present. Okay. Now rava. Fine iron filings are added to it. If you pass a magnet through the rava, iron filings adhere to the magnet and then we can know that rava has been adulterated. So my friend, the internet, so watch the video clips about food adulteration on the following YouTube channel and then make an identification kit for detecting food adulteration. Now